For weeks, the community has been in a frenzy. Constant posts on social media, Twitch, YouTube, Reddit about one of the biggest issues to ever plague the game: cheating. I myself have made numerous videos over the last couple of weeks to draw more attention to the issue at hand. Yesterday, Cosmo made a post on Reddit stating that they would be addressing cheaters and trials in today's TWAB. Before we go over what Bungie said, don't forget that I will be doing a giveaway for a Final Mouse Cape Town Ultralight 2 when we hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel, so be sure to click that subscribe button now and stay tuned for that. Let's jump in and take a look at what Bungie had to say about it. They said, "Our goal for trials is to encourage players to chase 7-win tickets. Resetting tickets should not be the most effective way to earn trials gear. Rewards should show players that the further you progress, the better the payout. Players that have already gone flawless once over a weekend should be encouraged to repeat an experience on passages other than Mercy. To strive to earn more rewards and not sit at the bottom of cards, picking on fireteams struggling to hit 3 wins or even just win a single match. Trials has always had a problem of being approachable for players who aren't highly skilled PvP gods. We believe players should be encouraged to make an attempt every week regardless of skill. You should feel some value in dipping your toe in each week to see if you can get a little further than last week, to push yourself to improve and get better. While every single player won't make it to the lighthouse, you should feel like you can get meaningful rewards by pushing yourself and still get some rewards for spending time in the activity. So what are we doing about it? Problem number 1. Token rewards incentivizes players to farm to 3 wins and reset their card. Bungie's solution. In Season 11, we're planning on creating token payout milestones at 3, 5, and 7 wins that give successfully larger chunks of tokens. Bonus tokens passage should increase these payouts, and on a flawless run, it will generate a significant token payout. Problem number 2. Trials is unrewarding for players stuck at 1 and 2 wins. Solution. Bungie's going to create a weekly bounty that encourages participation each weekend and does not require match wins. When redeemed, the bounty will reward the same item that comes from the 3-win passage, unlocking the engram for purchase that week. Problem number 3. Trials feels unrewarding compared to other endgame activities. Their solution. They want to inject more chances to earn Masterworking materials from trials. Masterworking / infusion materials will come from 3, 5, and 7 win payouts in Season 11. We're also looking into possibly adding a new material focused farming card in Season 12. These are our current plans for changes we want to make in the short term. We're also still investigating improvements we can make in the long term. For example, you may be asking, what about adept weapons? We're currently investigating a new form of flawless aware weapons for a future season. They might not have the same name, but these weapons would have some differences in order to set them apart. Right now, we are currently looking at giving these weapons the ability to replace the weapons mod slot with an adept mod slot, name may change, that can accept custom built mods in addition to the normal list of weapon mods. All of this is subject to change as we continue to develop, but wanted to give you an early look. We'll share more details in the future. We know many of you are far more concerned about cheaters ruining your trips to the lighthouse, and rightfully so. It's a punch in the gut to lose on your final game to someone with a fully automatic Whisper of the Worm. Let's now take some time to update you on the cheater war effort. When winning every match is more important than ever, it's no surprise that there are some who are willing to cheat or pay others to cheat for them. We asked Destiny Engineering Director David Aldridge to give an update on the fight for a fair fight. David Aldridge said, "Let's talk about cheating. Cheating in Destiny 2 is up roughly 50% since January, and significantly more in the highest skill Achelians. We expected a significant bump with the return of trials, and we made a number of careful preparations, most notably partnering with Valve to integrate Steam Datagram Relay into our PC build to mitigate DDoS attacks. While many of those preparations were successful, we're still not happy with the amount of cheating happening today, especially in trials. When your pinnacle achievements are denied by encountering a cheater on a high trials ticket or devalued by seeing someone else with ill-gotten goods, that's frustrating. Those frustrations are happening too often right now, and the vengeance of the banhammer is often too far behind. With that said, the ban hammer has not been idle. Before Season of the Worthy launched, we were averaging 656 bans or restrictions per week. In the first 4 weeks after launch, that rate more than tripled to 2,133 punishments per week. When it comes to tracking and punishing cheaters, we have to keep some of our plans and knowledge secret for obvious reasons, but we still wanted to give you a brief overview of the worst types of cheating we're actively combating. On PC, where most cheating occurs, unsurprisingly. Memory poking attacks to gain gameplay advantages such as infinite ammo, infinite ability energy, infinite respawns, teleports. To acknowledge a valid point that we often see come up in community discussion, some of these attacks leverage Destiny's unique hosting model, discussed here and at much more length here. We designed Destiny's model to optimize for the feel and consistency of high complexity, high action, high fidelity PvE experiences, while allowing the seamless blending of PvE and PvP. Unfortunately, that model comes with some unique challenges in providing PvP security guarantees. That said, we continue to invest in preventions and detections in the space, leveraging the servers that host and monitor every match. This is a subtle point we've struggled to convey over the years. We do have servers hosting every match, but in our hosting model, those servers don't have complete authority over the game's simulation to prevent all of these sorts of attacks naturally. This makes it more difficult, but not impossible, to mitigate these attacks. Aimbots. We have plans to address this problem, but we'll keep the details close to our vest to prevent further hacks and workarounds. Wall hacks, same as above. Lag switching. We have detection and banning systems in this area and will continue to hone those. We want to be cautious here because some players suffer with unreliable internet through no fault of their own and aren't using it to gain advantage. On consoles, DDoS and trials. We have detection and banning systems around this. We've been evolving them since the original Destiny, but they're imperfect because DDoS occurs entirely outside of the machine running the game. One long-term mitigation to this is adopting SDR on consoles as well, which we hope to do at some point in the future. Lag switching, see above. But you didn't come here just to hear us describe the types of cheating in Destiny. The more pressing question is, what do we plan to do about it? We're shifting more people to help work on this space. More eyes analyzing cheater reports, more developments in our anti-cheat systems, more people developing and testing new ban rules, and more fuel for the hammer. There are many details about new detections and preventions, but sharing those would give the bad actors a head start. The one thing I can say is that a big focus is rapid response. We want to get cheaters out of the pool more quickly. This is key to reducing the value of cheating, especially in selling access to cheats. We're changing a key policy. Fire teammates of cheaters are no longer innocent. We now reserve the right to restrict or ban any player who has benefited from cheating, even if they didn't cheat themselves. This includes scenarios where players group up with or provide account information to a guide or carry service, which then cheats on their behalf. We want you to find new friends out there, but be sure they have your trust before you go. If you LFG your way into a fire team with a cheater, get out and report them. If you ride them to a flawless, the ban hammer will come for you as well. We're considering requiring a much higher player time investment to play trials. We're interested in your thoughts on this. What if you had to have, let's say, 100 hours of play on an account to participate in any trials match where a ticket with more than 4 wins was at stake on either side? Increasing the time it takes for a new account to become trials ready increases the power of our ban hammer, since cheaters can always create new dummy accounts. But it also adds barriers to honest, law-abiding PvPers that want to check out trials. Would the reduction in cheaters be worth the increased barrier to getting your T1000 aim skill buddy who's running behind on light to join your fire team? Because this is a cheating discussion, know that we have additional initiatives we do not intend to share publicly in order to stay one step ahead of attackers. Bungie also wanted to discuss some common misconceptions about Destiny security that are worth discussing here as well. Misconception number 1. Destiny does not have an anti-cheat. Destiny does have anti-cheat that consists of custom security code and a third-party security product used by many other AAA games. We have a team of senior security engineers working on anti-cheat. Anti-cheat isn't a yes or no thing. It's a constellation of possible mitigations. We're always looking to add new stars to our constellation and to strengthen existing ones. Misconception number 2. Destiny relies on player reports or humans to identify cheaters. The vast majority of punishments issued come from automated detections. We use player reports to help us identify emerging threats. All automated detections are reviewed and verified by a human before punishment to minimize the risk of false positives. Misconception number 3. Destiny should use Valve Anti-Cheat, or VAC. Destiny does utilize some of VAC's security features, and we have plans to utilize more. Bungie's security team and Valve's security team meet regularly to discuss the latest attacks and mitigations. We're also reevaluating some of our decisions along the way. For example, we may have made a mistake in not having trials behind the Season Pass paywall, which would have created more friction against free account recycling cheaters. We won't change this for Season of the Worthy, but we'll reevaluate access requirements in future seasons. At its best, Trials is a fountain of nail-biting space combat crescendos, and it's something you can't find anywhere else. We want that experience to be available to as many people as possible. But if we're forced to choose, we will choose for Trials to be a sacred space, even if that means fewer people can play. Our overall goal with Destiny Security is to provide a competitive, fair ecosystem where cheaters are rarely seen and are rapidly ejected from the game. We're not there right now, and we're increasing the priority. We'll keep you posted. All in all, I would say this was a good Schwab. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are, what your ideas are, what you guys think about Bungie's response. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.